Oh no, I'm sick today. Let's go. Hey everybody, hi, my name is Wayne McDonald. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you very much for being a client. If you're new to these webinars, if you enjoy them, if you like them, if you're learning from them, or if they're entertaining, please pay it back. Visit TradersWay.com, open an account, go in your back office, download MT4, come back here, and I'll give you my chart templates for free. Just click on the link in the description below. If you need hardcore Forex trading, or I guess I should say hardcore Forex training, visit fxbootcamp.com. I'm sick today. Yeah, I guess all these weeks, I think for the last 3 weeks, I've been averaging about 4 to 5 hours of sleep per day. So anyways, I think it's caught up to me. So my body's saying, hey there, boo-boo. It is time to take a nap. So anyways, my eyes are all fuzzy, my nose is all stuffed. Again, haven't slept much, so maybe a little be short today. But anyways, please be patient with me. Without further ado, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. And thank you to you for being here today. Been watching this Rand, 'cause I ran so far away. There's a swing short. There's a swing short. Well, that's not a good one, but anyways, there's a great swing short. Here's a great swing short. So once again, Euro ZAR has been doing daily swings extremely well, and it did this a few months ago too, where just every day, 60% of the time it worked every time. Bought it. Oh my god. All right, let's take a look at it. Thank you, Brooke. Okay, let's take a look. All right. Well, good luck, Brooke. Oh, USD ZAR. Well, you said it. All right. I misinterpreted it. USD. I don't even have it. See, I wouldn't short Rand, but you're buying dollar. I get it, so that's fine. All right. Or I wouldn't short dollar. Yeah, sorry, it's whatever. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the yen pairs are going fine. Oops. So those true trades I made last week, still sitting about 265 to 300 pips. I think it's closer to actually 300 pips. Bought at 79. We're at 82. Yeah. So my yen trades are 300 pips each. Cool. Right on. Happy fun times. Here's another example of a yen taking off that we planned several weeks in advance. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance. For Chow. It's just kind of moving up. Yeah. It's out of position. You guys remember the out of position trade? You got to catch it off the 4-hour 21. Off we go. Hong Kong wants to buy the London Stock Exchange. Did you hear about that? I wondered if it has something to do with pound historically cheap. Near the, the most all-time recent lows kind of thing. I guess I got to go further out. The pound is historically extremely cheap. So Hong Kong comes in and like, yeah, we love cheap pound. We'd love to buy the LSE. Interesting, huh? Hey, it's only money. What would it mean? Someone else would own it. Now, if you're British, you might say, hell no, because you want it to be British. You want it to be, right? So anyways, so I don't know what you'd want. All right, so looking at the Aussie yen, we're up at a very obvious level of resistance. If I was going to be conservative on this one, I'd probably take some profit. We're at 74. I'm long at 71, so that's definitely 300 pips. So now what? Yeah, wait. Okay. This is the moment of truth, though, right? The first real test. Up to now, I haven't really been challenged in these positions. This will be it. In fact, this could be it for the month, but ideally someone that bought it where I bought it wants it to go up to 76. So I should make 500 pips this month, not 300. Okay. I'm never really stubborn about it, but here's what it kind of looks like. Maybe down the rest of this week, up next week, down the week after, up by the end of the month. What do you think? Everybody okay with that? If I wasn't so sure, I would just take my profit now. Okay. Another sort of tricky issue is that we had talked about, even last week I talked about the potential, maybe it was with the swing trading group. So last Thursday, we had we had talked about this plan and out of positions, and I think it was this one, if not a different one. Well, anyways, we talked about out of position, and the out of position trades very often, but not always, but very often can set up counter trend trades on Mondays and Tuesdays. Okay, so if they're on Mondays and Tuesdays, where in this case you hit M4, you definitely go counter trend. Wednesday, like today, I don't know. It's just not the same. Yesterday is not today. Yesterday was not Monday, right? Or today is not Monday. So I don't know. Again, that's a massive judgment call. It is a psych level. We didn't hit the target, the monthly target. So again, it needed to go a little higher before the counter trend. We are reacting to the psych level, but is that enough to get people out? I don't know. So these are all decisions that you need to make. Thank you, Carly. Okay. So anyways, it's decision-making time, and you're going to have to make a decision what to do. Sit on it or wait it out. Well, it really comes down to what your bias is and what your trade plan was and all that kind of stuff. Taking a look at Kitty Catty. Hit the target for the month. Done. Yeah, done. Done. Unless there's another big move in oil to the upside. Oh, I don't know how aggressive you are on this one. If you're super aggressive, you're going to say, well, August pivots were tight, so we're going to blow the doors off this USD CAD, set pivots, and therefore your target's going to be R3, so your target is really get just above 130. So you're going to say to me, you have at least 100, maybe 150 pips more to go to the downside, but you'd have to make that call. You know what I'm talking about? But I'd almost look at it like this week's S2 could be the potential. But you better, I don't think that's in play. But if you put all that other stuff together and that's how aggressive you were on oil, then maybe, huh? Sab says, down in October, yen strength, ? Yeah, that'd be your bias. Remember, you can't flip your bias day in and day out. Macroeconomics change yearly, maybe every few years. So I'd rather you say I'm a bear and I think this is going to fizzle out or something. Okay. But if you start flipping both ways, you'll never have consistency. And remember, what you want is consistency. Okay? You don't want to try to be right all the time. You want to try to be consistent all the time. Okay? Well, Germany can't impact the euro because Germany doesn't control the euro. Germany doesn't even really need a euro. If you're going to change the valuation of a currency, you send it across a border where people outside your borders want to buy it. That's the only way you can impact. Unless you're a central bank, of course, then you just print more money. Or actually, it's not print, is it? Increased monetary policy, money supply. Is euro yen out of position? Well, by the way, out of position has to do with Mondays. And we usually talk about it Thursday or Friday. So the fact that it's Wednesday, almost even if it is out of position, makes it irrelevant because you've already made your trades based on that information, right? So it wouldn't be new information and you wouldn't be doing something because of it now. But let's go into here. The question is, was euro yen out of position? Yes. What were you supposed to do? Buy off the 21, buy off the 21. Okay. If you were going to buy at all, remember, you don't have to buy off the 21. I think I recommend you don't do anything. Just let your winners run. Okay. I'll remind you that I was long in here and got knocked out. Too bad. So sad. Yes, Benjamin, the world would already have that priced in. Okay? So your issue tomorrow, Benjamin, in regards to ECB is they say something like they don't know if they're going to do it again. Okay? Something like that. Or there may not be consensus to do it again. Or they don't want to do more quantitative easing. Or, and one of the topics I talked about yesterday was a tiered banking structure, and that could upset the euro. Okay, but them cutting interest rates tomorrow would have very little impact on the euro because that's already a known. It's the unknown known. Okay, but Chuck Duck says Draghi always takes it down. Well, or talks it down. But yeah, so that kind of goes to a different point for Benjamin, and that is, Europe is trying to create inflation. The way you create inflation is lower the value of your currency. Yeah. But if he comes out and says, well, the European Council is still talking about it, people are going to go, oh my God, they're not going to do it. And that would give euro strength. So just sort of be there and be ready. Okay. Yeah. So just remember it's priced in already. So you already have your position. That's cool. So I'd pay attention to the next levels of support and resistance. If something happens in tomorrow's meeting that knocks you out of that trade, that's good. That's a good thing. You want to be knocked out of your trade if the market is, if you're not, if you're not insured, let's say, from the market by having enough pips as profit or something. Sorry guys, if you missed the beginning, I'm sick today. Totally sick. So, sorry. Anyways, it's going to be a quiet, calm meeting. Okay. Notice we hit the daily R2 and this stopped. Okay. We're at 118.50. All right. Thank you, Benjamin. What I meant to do was this. I don't know how I got over there. Okay. Euro, so we did that. Did that. I mean, they're all working, right? I mean, think about this, guys. Let's go all the way back. These trades we set up in June and July. I took them in the middle of August. Do you remember why I took these trades in the middle of August? Because I told you to. I said I would, right? Remember that? In June, in July, I said in the middle of August, around the third week of August, I'm going to buy the yen pairs. So I bought the yen pairs, and all yen pairs are up hundreds of pips, like 300 pips already. Kind of makes the everyday stuff pretty boring, right? Right? So I bought like Aussie yen at a central pivot point off the M2. I bought the CAD yen off of an M2, off of its central pivot. I mean, they're just textbook. And that occurred when I told you to be ready, right? So that's cool. Well, Michael, I believe the S&P 500 is at an all-time high right now, isn't it? Or very, very, very close. So it's sort of a moment of truth for a lot of people. But it seems to me you can describe it this way. Who buys these things? Right? Well, Americans buy oil, they buy the stock market and all that kind of stuff. And foreigners are buying our treasuries. So you have to think outside the textbook. The textbook will tell you stock market up, bonds are down. But the person that wrote the textbook is 900 years old, and they don't realize that foreigners buy American assets as well. So who's buying bonds? Not Americans. Okay? Think of the Germans. They can buy their own treasuries and be guaranteed a loss, or they can buy American treasuries and be guaranteed a significantly bigger win. So foreigners are buying bonds and treasuries. Okay? EJ, I can't answer that question. All right. Take a look at oil. Okay. This is another example of out of position, buying off the 21. Nothing very interesting. Okay. Looks like it's set up as a buy. Sell, buy, well, overbought, buy. Yeah, nothing major going on. It's doing its thing though. Okay. But let's look at the month of September. What was my bias for the month of September? Up. Are there reasons I could be buying along this way? There's a lot of different things going on here. You guys remember, this is the moment, technically, the market turned bullish, right? It's still bullish now. What else could we use in our technical analysis skills? Okay. Seems like this is about a 50%. Let's make that orange or pink. Let's do that one pink. Huh? Let's make it fatter. Okay. And you take this high, bring it over. So there's very, very basic moving average entries. There's very, very basic price action entries. Okay. Here's a buy zone on a daily pivot. This is out of position right at the 4 hour. Okay. This was a buy. It didn't last very long. Okay. This is out of position 4 hour. Okay. This is out of position 4 hour. And this is a buy right now, clustered on top of a price action. So a bull would want this to go higher, but it hasn't done much. And you can see over the course of a couple of days, the pivots have really tightened. Okay. But my point here is I'm only looking to do one thing. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it works mediocrely, and sometimes it works much better. Do you notice I'm not trying to figure it out every day? Should I buy here? Should I sell here? Should I buy here? Should I sell here? Should I buy here? I have one thing and one thing only. Do I buy it today? Do I buy it now? Those are my only two questions. At what price would I buy it? Okay. When I open out a position, I'm like, I'd buy the 4-hour 21. All right, cool, done, right? Here, this is a buy, and I would have lost money. Yeah, that happens. Next day opens out a position, so you buy the 21. Boom, that worked. Buy the 21. And it worked a little bit. It wasn't great. What am I doing now? I'm still buying. I might lose. Yeah, that happens. But I'm consistent, right? Okay. I'm not trying to outsmart the market, guys. I'm trying to have consistent returns with low volatility. If your mathematics says it's ranging a lot, then you need to work on your support and resistance. Okay. Okay. For example, pure mathematics. Most people, when they say things are ranging a lot, it means they're talking themselves out of a lot of trades. And the justification with that is you're being conservative. Okay. Which is hard for me to argue against. Like, pure mathematics, you shouldn't be so conservative. I mean, I couldn't possibly say that, right? However, how about this? When is the time to be conservative? July? Oh, yeah. August? Faux show. September? No. September is not a time to be conservative. September, you got to get into trades and make money. This is the best trading of the year, so don't piss it away, right? This is when you're supposed to be getting into trades and getting into more trades. I think I asked you 2 or 3 weeks ago that you should be attempting to get like 50 trades open with all your stops at break even, and you do it over and over again. Every trade, one trade, move your stop to break even. Second trade, then move the stop to break even. Get another trade, move the stop, right? And then you get 8 going, and then 5 get knocked out, and then you keep building, and then you get 8 more, and then 5 of those get knocked out. But I said by the end of the year, you'll probably have 20 trades. Okay? But I never said, talk yourself out to get in the trades. I say create a bias, set up your bias, and trade your bias. And then if possible, build a position. Okay? So just careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful. Right? So I think there's, on a daily basis, there's plenty of trades here over the last 6, these are just days, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should be, you should have 3 or 4 trades a week with locked in with profit. Okay. Nat gas, moving along. Moving along. Not a lot to say. A lot of price action though. Up, 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 up. I guess I should do this with okay. Up, 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 down, down, buy. 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 Up, 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 down, 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 up, down. First of all, you see how we go narrow, 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 wider, 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 wider. That's bad. It's too much, too fast. Okay. This went from water fountain to garden hose to fire hose. And this is, I think, very technically important. Okay. But I doubt you guys are trading nat gas, but you could. I don't see why not. We're on next month's sell zone, in fact. It's too early in the month, right? What is it, the 11th? September 11th? Too early to sell, but still. How's that peso treating you guys? Okay, news should be out. Okay, 4 hour, 4 hour, 4 hour. What do you see right away? Euro weak, Euro's weaker, Euro weak, Euro strong. No, Sean, everyone here is with Trader's Way. So you notice that Swissy is weak? Okay. Can we do Euro Swissy? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. I don't know why you would want to trade a weak currency versus a weaker currency. That's a little confusing to me, but we can look at it if you want. Okay. Okay. If you remember, I set this up for you guys. Nice. Okay. Lots of bouncy, 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 bounce. Triple bottom, gone. Okay. But you notice it didn't go until the first day of the third week of August. On the first day of the third week of August, Aussie Swissy turned bullish. It's a pretty amazing coincidence. Okay. On the first day of September, Aussie Swissy made a higher high. But back in here, so let's go back in time. Back in here, we said, get ready, because around the third week of August, we're going to start looking to go long because we believe September is going to make higher highs. Okay. How many people can confirm that? The general plan was around the third week. We would want to look to buy with the anticipation of September, October, and November being bullish. We don't know, it's just a hypothesis, but we did spend 8 weeks talking about it and setting it up. Cool. Sean, I would imagine that people that consistently lose money would do that. Because, I mean, if you trade MT4 on your phone, you don't even have pivot points. So you clearly don't even know what targets are. A lot of people that do that would say, oh, I guess 115 would be good. Cool. Yeah. It's cool, right, guys? Oh, oh, oh. Pure Mathematics says stop hunts do exist. I love hunting people's stops. I love it. What do you think a counter trend trade is? You know, when we hit weekly targets on Mondays or Fridays, I love it because you're hunting stops. Think of it this way, Pure Mathematics. Typically, someone has their stop hunted, if you will, when they were supposed to get out of a trade, but they didn't. They either don't have a plan or they don't have the discipline or something in between. And so you know that if you can, you can in many situations force them to do what they should have done earlier. Yeah, Jimbo, but that's different though, right, Jimbo? Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Jimbo, but that's different. Jimbo, I think what he's talking about is some kid on his iPhone from a third world country says, I made so much money so quickly trading Forex on my MT4, I'm going to go buy a yellow Lamborghini. It was so easy, it was ridiculous. And of course, those are scam artists. Okay, they're preying on the dreamers, I guess. So but like what you're saying, yeah, sure. Back in the day, even my father used to take sweatbands that basketball players use, and he would put his phone here, and it would vibrate so that he could lay in bed, sleep at night. And if an alarm went off on his trading platform, the phone would vibrate and it would wake him up, but yet his wife would not have been woken, right? So yeah, but that's not what Jimbo was talking about, right? Yeah. So Jimbo, that's not what he was talking about. Anyways, I mean, we got to protect our Forex brothers and sisters in this room, right? When someone comes in and they've been tainted by scam artists selling dreams, then we got to say, dude, that's just stupid. That's all. Because we don't have much time. So either they get mad and they leave, or they pop a squat, and for the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, we develop a real relationship and knowledge about how to trade, and they're better off as human beings and as traders, right? Right? Cool. So here's pound Swissy. La, 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 la. What do you know about pound Swissy? Who knows the trade plan? Let me give you the trade plan for the month of September. Okay? M2 to M4. Yeah, so September has worked, and now the month of September is over. You could take the rest of the month off. Okay? Here's another swing trade with a roll reversal that we did 2 weeks ago. It was to buy and go up here. That only half worked. The week before, the plan was to buy here and go there. That totally worked. And the week before that was to buy here and go there, and that also totally worked. So totally worked, moderately worked, and now the entire month is worked. And then I want to fold time frames. So these are weekly swing trades on a 4-hour. If you changed it to a daily and did monthly swing trading, it's just a trade that looks like that. It's just a pullback and extension. That's it. Totally simple. You totally can do this if you knew how to trade. What if you're a bear? There's not going to be a lot of setups. You would have tried here off this roll reversal. Hang on, I'm going to sneeze again. I've been sneezing all night. Hang on. No, I held it off. All right. So you would have sold there. That wouldn't have worked. You would have sold here. That wouldn't have worked. You would have sold in here, and that wouldn't have worked. You would have sold here, and that would have worked perfectly because you sold here and your target was down here. So that totally worked. Okay. So let's do it this way. It worked for a day or two. It worked for a day. It didn't really give you much. It worked the whole week. And now it's just crazy. Here's your counter trend trade, M3, but not even an entry. So, you know, maybe a counter trend going here if you're a bear. But I don't understand why you'd be a bear here, but I guess you're going to say pounds, you know, you're selling pound. But you got to be very careful about these things. So let's take a look. If you're short pound Swissy, you're losing 900% a year. You see what I mean? Or if you're leveraged 50 to 1, like in the United States, okay. You're only going to lose 450% a year. Okay. So that's not cool, right? If you're long, you're making 100% a year. So if you're going to be anything on this, long term at least, you should be a buyer, not a seller. Now, if you're day trading and you're not in, or intraday trading even more specifically, you're not in rollover, right? Therefore, if you want to be short this, by all means, but I just don't think you're going to get a lot of trades. Now, I say that because I have a downward bias, right? So I can't see how you could possibly be short this. But my trade plan was set 3-4 months ago, right? So you're looking at this and you're like, well, Wayne, this is clearly a downtrend. I'm like, yeah, it was in April and May and June. But how many people remember this? I was long all yen pairs and all Swissy pairs at the end of last year. And then at the beginning of last year, I said I would be short those things essentially till summer. How many people would confirm that? Long all yen and all Swissy pairs until January 1st, and then short all yen and Swissy pairs basically till June 1st. How many people can confirm that basic analysis and trade plan? Okay. So 2 people, 3 people. That's only 2.5%. 3 people out of 162. Okay. So my point here, I don't know where everyone else is. That's pretty low confirmation. Anyways, my point is I don't trade or I don't make opinions based on what is on the chart. You know what I mean? Like if you look at this and make trades, I guess you might just be very early and very late, or I think you'd probably be inconsistent is the way to say it. So I made decisions like on an upward move like this on pound Swissy, not because of what was on the chart. In fact, we talked for weeks that pound Swissy is coming down, or let's say all the Swissy was strong, and I just said, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Around the third week of August, get ready, start looking for reasons to buy. Even on August 15th, I started dropping trades into the market in front of you guys, which I never do, to just re-emphasize that I'm doing what I said I was going to do, so what the hell are you doing, right? And then all of a sudden these pairs are all taken off and people are still selling them, which, again, I don't know the future, right? I don't know the future. So, this may come crashing down too, and that. So you need to make your decisions, because I don't know the future. I just know what I'm going to trade, right? So if you're going to sell, this is a sell, this ain't. You might have, but no real crossover or anything. I mean, maybe you tried in here. No. Maybe you tried in there. A little dangerous. I mean, there's no good trades, right? If you're a bear. Like what is one thing that you could wait for if you're a long-term bear? Because that was the question. What if I'm a bear? It looks so easy because you're a buyer. Okay. Well, let me give you a clue. One clue. The market turned bullish there. Buy, 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 every day. Buy, 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 buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. What are you going to do tomorrow? Buy it. Lim, I love Singapore. Okay. So maybe you could wait for something as simple as a 21.55 cross if you're a bear, and then sell every rally. Sell every rally, sell every rally, sell every rally, sell it until that changes. Okay. No, these are all day trades. Thank you, Michael. Your chart doesn't change your bias. It either confirms or denies your bias. So therefore, you either get a good trade or you don't get a good trade. But you could say, well, I'm a bear, and the market is technically bullish, so I'm going to wait. Yeah, you have to wait 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 whole days without a trade. But will you notice that at the end of the year? You show someone your trades and you're like, I made 67% last year trading Forex. They're like, yeah, but what did you do these 5 days? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so if Michael says he's bearish on pound Swissy because of Brexit, okay, cool. Should you trade now? No. When are you gonna get serious about getting short this? When the market turns technically bearish. I'm like, okay. Now, I think I also said at the beginning of in the middle of last month that I don't really want pound Swissy. Okay, so I'm making a point that it wasn't a pound trade, it was a Swissy trade. Now, how can I talk about Swissy trades and yen trades? Well, that has to do with macroeconomics and, yes, seasonality. Okay. Hang on. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, I'm so sick, guys. Oh, my eyes are so puffy. Oh, who gets sick in the middle of summer? It's 95 degrees. I have a cold. So Sky Killer says, won't the pound just go up because no deal breaks, no long pot? I don't think that way. Sky, it can go up or go down at any time for any reason. even if it's illogical, whatever. Yeah, Ron is lack of sleep. So don't think that it has to do this or it can't do that. Those are all dangerous assumptions. And you wouldn't possibly trade $1 billion that way either. So I'd rather you just say you're bullish on the Great British Pound, okay? Because you believe the no deal is going to basically create, the worst is over scenario. Cool. Great. Now, from that, if you are going to buy Great British Pound based on your bias, you made your opinion, you've done your analysis, open up a bunch of pound trades and look for bullish strength, pound strength, and trade it. It's not difficult. Okay. So let's do hourly here. Does that look like a good sell? No. Does that look like a good sell? Better than that one. Does this look like a good sell? No, not really. Does this look like a good sell? I got to put it on an hour. We need congruency. No, but it's a counter trend trade, so you can consider it. Does this look like a good sell? No. Does that look like a good buy? It's a bottom, but I'd like a 1, 2, 3 or a 21.55 cross, right? So I'm like, yeah, not quite. Another way of looking at it is, okay, you want to buy pound. The market is technically bullish. The market's neutral. The market is technically bullish. The market is technically bullish. The market is technical. Hang on, this should be on an hour. The market is technically bullish, and the market is technically bullish. So yeah, you could buy dip, for example, and then drop into daily charts, and you might find you're buying tomorrow's entries. You're front running tomorrow's entries today. Okay. See what I mean? So at least you can say you're a bull and the market is technically bullish, okay? But then here's the funny thing then. I imagine you've been on multiple trades. I mean, this has been long since the beginning of the month, okay? And notice, we already knew that, and this was the exact price to buy, right? And the funny thing is, we talked about that 3 or 4 days before it happened. 5 or 6 days. Some of the trades that I made on my yen pairs, okay, were based on September M2. Okay. But I bought them August 15th. Yeah. I bought the September M2 trades 3 weeks early. Yeah. Why? Because 3 months before that, I told you I was going to. FX mad? No, FX mad. No, it does not. It includes the swing trading course. Okay. Of course they are, Sky Killer. If Great Britain loses 400 million customers, it certainly wouldn't be a good thing. Okay. Hey, Sky Killer says, hey, I know zero about macroeconomics. You know, the cool thing is, I have a macroeconomics degree from Harvard, and I graduated with honors, which means I was in the top 10% of the university. So I do know macroeconomics. Yeah, cool. Right on. So you're in the right place now. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So it's cool. I went and got that in a way for you. So think of it this way: you can essentially hire me. You can go to fxbootcamp.com and say, just throw yourself at the mercy of the court and say, I don't know anything about macroeconomics, but I have a guy that's teaching me everything you learned at Harvard, and he's a macroeconomist. So you only hire the best. And you're like, my problem solved. You only hire big dogs. Yeah, Keynesian. Well, you can't read Keynes unless you read von Hayek. And especially if you're British, because Thatcher and von Hayek, I mean, there's history there. So you should know these things. And it's also London School of Economics versus Oxford or Cambridge, one of them. So, especially if you're British, you have to know the Keynesian von Hayek story. FX Matt, I just answered that. No, it does not include it. It includes the swing trading course. By the way, I'm re-recording the swing trading course soon. I was going to do it very soon, but I'm sick now and I'm going to get behind in work. But sometime soon, I'm going to re-record the whole thing from scratch. So, but no, the swing trading group includes the swing trading course. Okay. Just search Google and you will learn macro. Yeah, I suppose that's true. So I learned macroeconomics from a senior economist at the Fed. You could do it that way as well. Or you can do Khan Academy or edX or Udemy. Okay. Ron, no, please send it again, Ron. Sorry. Like I said, I've been up working till 1 o'clock in the morning and then jumping out of bed at 5. I'm sorry. It's been crazy. So FX Matt, don't let that hold you back, okay? I'll be a simple kind of man. Wayne, you have to get some rest, brother. I know, and that's the whole issue, right? But I got, my school is crazy. The schoolwork's crazy. And I think I told you one of my professors, he got a degree from Georgetown. Then he went to Harvard Business School, got his MBA, and graduated the top of his class. And then decided to go to Harvard Law School, and then graduated top of his class. How much does it cost, Enron? I don't know. Why don't you go visit the website? Swing trading course is swing.fxbootcamp.com. The main site, the main educational site is fxbootcamp.com. That's just a master's degree in management of finance. Cool. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm running out of steam already, so I apologize. Yeah. Well, I plan on starting a bank. So I have plans already. So if you remember a couple of years ago, I met with the central bank to talk about chartering and stuff like that. So I do have plans to start a bank. And I thought, well, I should probably bang out some sort of banking degree. Because one of the things they look at, any central bank looks at is like, are you qualified to run a bank? I'm like, yeah, I know a lot about finance. I've been trading Forex for like 20 years. And they're like, no, we need a degree and preferably by a good school. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just go to Harvard then. So that's that. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Yeah, it's real. I'll probably get some Bitcoin today. I think you want a deeper analysis than that, but you asked me what's my thought. Okay. I think blockchain is here to stay. I think it's the future. As much as I think electric cars are the future, it just makes sense. As much as I think solar panels should be the way that we power our homes, not a grid that carries electrical power from a power plant 250 miles away. I mean, that's just insane. I got so much heat on my deck, on my roof, should be able to power everything. But of course, the problem with that is there's no batteries. So, hey, someone should invent a solar roof that stores its energy in a battery in my garage. Oh, yeah, well, that's definitely going to happen, right? So blockchain is definitely the wave of the future. And I recommended my nephew, who was looking for a career after his, sort of college age. I'm like, you should go to MIT and get a certificate in blockchain. I said, it's just 6 courses. It's pretty easy. It's pretty cheap too. And you come out of that, and it doesn't matter that it's a degree. It's just a certificate. But I'm like, if you got an MIT certificate in blockchain, you can walk into any company that's doing blockchain and just get an entry-level job and be in that job for the next 40 or 50 years, and you'll be CEO of the company by then because you would have been around since the very beginning. So there you go. Now, as an asset class to trade, I don't know anything about Bitcoin, but blockchain is the future. That guy has an MBA. Oh, you have an MBA looking at blockchain. Okay, and AI, the future banking. Yeah. So, anyways. Okay. Dude, Lucas, I know that, dude. So, Lucas, before Forex, I was a venture capitalist. Okay, I invested in the stuff you can't even imagine. But no one's ever called me dumb before, that's for sure. And Wayne email been reset, interim solution. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just going to re-record it, Ron. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you said that you could redo the actual video. So I used to have software, but one of the videos, it was really low, so I just ran it through the software and jacked up the audio by 300%. It worked pretty okay. But yeah, if you think I don't know what Tesla wall is, you're out of your freaking mind. I lived in the Silicon Valley for 20 years and was a venture capitalist. I'm a little on the clue train, just a little bit. Anyway, knowing Forex the way you know today, would you still go back and do the astronaut stuff if you could? Well, something about walking in space seemed pretty cool. So why not? I wish somebody had told me back when I was a kid that I should be studying math and engineering like I teach my children. Now, both my children are in genius classes. They're state champions in engineering in 2 different categories. So, yeah, I wish I'd known that earlier in life. Yeah, Ron, the issue is that it's audio only, and then I would sort of have to re-put it back into the video portion, and I don't have the tools nor the time to do it. So So anyways, if it could be all done all at once, then I'd do it. But yeah, that I don't know why it was so bad, and I don't think I knew it was that bad. Well, I didn't know it was that bad. I was actually quite surprised, and I don't know what caused it, or if I uploaded it and somehow it got tweaked in the upload or something. But that it's terrible. I agree, it's terrible. So, like I said, it would take me less time to just reteach everything from scratch. Okay, Benjamin, no, I'm not a genius, but I am a hard worker. Okay. I'm also quite a passionate person. Like, I'm very opinionated, mostly because I've often done research, but sometimes I just have an opinion. But um, let's say I communicate effectively in many ways. I suck at emotions. I suck at communicating emotions. I suck at empathy. I don't have any empathy. So I struggle with all these things in trying to live a normal human life. But anyways, Big Mac, I used to do like futures trading. I wouldn't really say I did any options trading. I did binary options trading, cash trading. So I owned I owned Apple computers at $6 a share, which I paid cash for. Bank of America at $5 a share, which was another cash trade. Cisco Systems at $7 a share, I think it was. But remember, these were all before all the splits and splits and splits and splits. Yeah, so, but that's investing, not trading, though, right? So, and then of course my entire retirement portfolio and all that kind of stuff. Those are all cash positions. Lakshmi, it's not that they go up. I don't want you to think they go up September and October. So I'm not going to answer that because you've oversimplified it. And my fear is people just walk in and throw down trades because Wayne said these were going to go up. That's not the right way. So I'd rather you spend the next 3 or 4 years learning the markets, learning fundamentals, learning proper technical analysis, and then fold in seasonality, and then learn things. Okay, because remember, every year is totally different from the other. Okay, and I don't want anyone just to think they can just sell yens and go away. And no. If it were that easy, everyone would be a billionaire. But then, of course, everyone would do it, which means it wouldn't happen, and everyone would not be a billionaire. Cal Weber, I'm not sure, Cal. If it was important, send it again. I get hundreds and hundreds of emails a day, guys. Hundreds. And if I'm not at my desk on a particular day, things just go right by. Will Traders Way have NASDAQ on their platform? I don't know, Joel. Contact support. Let them know that you want NASI. Okay. Did I trade during the crisis? It was fantastic, Benjamin. Fantastic. I built a golf course in my backyard because of the pound yen falling so hard and so fast. So yeah, yeah, those are fantastic days. Okay. So contact support, guys. If you don't contact them, then they won't know. So talk to them. Big Mac says those are some damn good investments. Yeah, I mean, they were good. Like, I remember Bank of America, I argued. And by the way, I told everybody in FX Bootcamp, I think I spent a good 20 to 30 minutes explaining that I'm about to buy Bank of America and the reason why. One of the major things, because I remember telling everyone in boot camp, and I even explained to my wife, I said, there's no way that Bank of America is going to go bankrupt. And in particular, this was in that too big to fail time frame. And I said, in this particular case, this bank actually has the word America in it. I said, there's no way Bank of America, the Bank of America, will be allowed to go bankrupt. And so I said, that means they'll bail them out not at 0 or 1, but let's say around the $2 mark, I would guess the Fed bails out Bank of America. So I said, my real risk here is $3 a share. So I call up my guys, my wealth management team. I said, start buying Bank of America at 5. And they started buying for me. Sure enough, never went bankrupt. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know, Delta Airlines was in that price range. I think you could buy Delta at $5. I can't remember if I did or not. I remember telling everyone they should. I told all my friends buy Delta at 5. And I explained it. It's the world's largest airline, and blah 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 blah. So I don't know. I think it worked out. I'm not sure. Yes, Perennial Legacy, you will have the new recordings because I will record them live with you. And so since you will attend live, of course you'll get the recordings. And then I said to myself, well, if you get the new recordings, I should give you the old recordings. So I threw them in. Okay. General Electric, no, that scared me. So no, that's too, no. I don't think I've ever liked General Electric. And you have to remember too, back during the financial crisis, if you bought, what was it, GE Profile stainless steel appliances, you were a big dog. People really liked that, right? And then during the financial crisis, they sold that unit, and I realized I would never be interested in General Electric again because they were clearly just trying to keep lights on and stuff like that, and too big and all that kind of stuff, and not that familiar with how good their other products are, and no, I just kind of walked away. But like the biggest bank, the biggest airline, stuff like that, I have no problem buying those. But I flew Delta, for example. No, it was Caldecott Steel, wasn't it, Peter? Yes, Bank of America was named Bank of Italy because it was from Italy. Actually, it wasn't from Italy. Italian-American soldiers stole gold. They found Nazi gold, I think it was, and brought it back and then realized they couldn't unload any of it. So they started a bank and used it as the net capital requirements to start a bank. And it was called the Bank of Italy because I think they got the Nazi gold out of Italy. And then through some acquisitions and stuff, it became Bank of America. But, okay. So anyways, I'm babbling on because I'm so tired, and I'm I'm just tired. I'm going to go sleep now. I'm sick. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm sick. So I've been sick all night, sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and blowing my nose. I know it's 95 degrees outside, and I'm sick. Stupid, I know. So anyways, I think I better say goodbye now before I make a fool of myself. Anyways. John T remembers that. Wayne, I think you got, at $4. I think you're talking about Bank of America at $4. Yeah, that seems about right. And then, so my argument then must have been if I buy it at $4, it'll be bailed out before it goes to zero, so I'm really risking $3, like I said before, because it would get bailed out when it hits $1. So anyway, it's just money, guys. I mean, I had plans. I did analysis and I did a plan. Like, it's not complicated stuff. Okay? Just do more research than everyone else. Remind yourself, guys, let me leave you this one message, because some of you guys are being really kind and saying nice things to me, and that's really cool. You don't have to be a genius, guys. Don't say to yourself, you can't do this because you have to have that Harvard degree or something, right? That's a load of nonsense. What you need is a ridiculous, sickening work ethic. That's how I got this, by the way. Okay. My ridiculous, sickening work ethic got me that degree with honors. Why? Because it was so easy? No. Do you know why? Because it was so difficult. So I had to try 10 times harder and work 10 times harder than everybody else. And it turns out that got me to be one of the best students in the university. Cool. Right on. But why? Because it was easy? No, because it was difficult. So don't shy away from Forex because it's difficult. Okay, you bring in a ridiculous, sickening work ethic, and you and I can work together and get this fixed, get this thing done. Okay? That's what you need. Okay? If you're struggling, it's not your fault. You're either trying to figure it out on your own, which is a very inefficient way, and most of you just won't be able to make it. You'll run out of time or you'll run out of money. When I started trading, I was already successful. I didn't need Forex. I was already in dozens of magazines around the world, right, as a venture capitalist and successful entrepreneur. Forex wasn't like, I'll be a famous YouTube star if I get on, Forex. I didn't need all that. I already had found success, okay? So, ridiculous, sickening work ethic. Okay. And if you got sidetracked, it's okay. You're not sidetracked anymore. You see what I mean? You have enough here. You can do this. The timing is right. You know that. Struggling on your own is very inefficient. And it's not your fault if you've fallen in cahoots with someone who's promising you grandiose results in Forex, and that person's been trading for 5 or 6 years, and they're telling you they're experts and they're going to teach you how to get filthy, stinking rich. Like, dude, I've been doing my non-farm payrolls webinar with FX Street for almost 14 years. And at that point, I already was, I mean, you're like, if you've been sidetracked because of someone else's nonsense, that's also not your fault. Okay? So now you have to make a choice. What do you do now? You know that this is the community you need to be in. And now all I'm saying is a ridiculous, sickening work ethic and blood, sweat, and tears for years. If you're okay then with all of that, then we can find your success together. Okay, that's it. Ridiculous, sickening work ethic, blood, sweat, and tears for years, and us. Okay? You got all the ingredients. So now, what are you going to do? I don't know. That's up to you. I don't know what you're going to do next. That's up to you. Good luck. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Oh, and remember, if you join the swing trading group today, you get to go swing trading with us tomorrow. So get on with it. Swing.fx, you know what? I'll type it in here. Join the group right now. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for your patience with me too. I'll get better quick. Thank you.